Okay, Samantha, I was looking at your work and I see where you went wrong. It happened more so here. So once you got to this point, and you did keep, change, flip, the only thing that can cancel out would be the 15s. So then all you would have left would be 24 minus 15x over 10 plus 15x. So I noticed that you were trying to cancel out like, I guess 5s from the 15s and the 10, but basically you can't cancel anything out at this point unless it's a factor of every single term. So for example, 5 is not a common factor for 24, so you couldn't factor 5 out of anything. So there's no common factors between all 4 of these terms. So this is your final answer here. And I wanted to show you another way to solve this problem that could actually cause less work. And it's still using the LCD, but it's actually clearing out the fractions in the very beginning. So if you look at the original problem, and you're correct by finding that the least common denominator, the LCD, was 15. So if you multiply the entire numerator by 15 and the entire denominator by 15, we're going to get rid of those fractions really, really soon. So what we end up having, I'll just write it out. We've got 15 times 8 over 5 minus, in distributing the 15, 15 times x over 15 times 2 over 3 plus 15 times x. So if you notice, 15 over 5 can reduce to just 3. And then 15 over 3 can reduce to just 5. So what we actually have is 3 times 8 minus 15x over 5 times 2 plus 15x. And then you have 3 times 8 is 24 minus 15x divided by 5 times 2 is 10 plus 15x. So we actually got the answer by clearing out the fractions in the very beginning. But your method was fine. It's just that you had a little more work that you had to do. But it was fine. But I just wanted to show you another way to solve the problem. For this next problem, you had a similar mistake where you got a common denominator in the top and the bottom, which was m, and you multiplied appropriately, and then you got 2m plus 3 over m, 7m minus 6 over m, and then you did keep, change, flip. But again, at this point, the only thing you can cancel out would be these m's, because you can't cross out, you can't cancel out a 3 from the 3 and the negative 6 without also doing it for 2m and 7m. So then your final answer would just be 2m plus 3 over 7m minus 6. And then I'll just go ahead and show you the other method for fractions early. So the LCD is still m. So let's multiply the entire numerator by m and the entire denominator by m. So at the top we'll have 2 times m plus m times 3 over m. Put that in parentheses. On the bottom we'll have 7 times m plus m times 6 over m. And so at this point you can see that these m's cancel. So all you have left is 2m plus 3 over 7m. Oops, and this should be a subtraction. Okay, and then 7m minus 6. So just another method for solving this. This is called clearing out the fractions. So when you find that LCD, which you are doing, multiply the entire numerator just by the LCD. You don't have to get common denominators separately from the top and the bottom. Just multiply the entire numerator by the LCD, entire denominator by the LCD, and that will cancel out your fractions at the very beginning.